Hello, this is Ron, aka Prognot, with my very first CD video review. I got messages from this band called Glasshammer. I've been in constant contact with them, I would say a good almost 20 years. I've been a fan for at least that long. And every time they put out a new album, I've been getting it. And it's like each time the albums get better and better, more the musicianship, the storyline, the lyrics, everything just gets better, and so we have to do a little bit of a little review of this album, this new album coming out, The Dreaming City. It's a return to the world of the inconsolable secret. It's got the storyline basically has some sword and sorcery with a little bit of an allegory. Now, each character represents something, something in the lyrics and which explains it in detail. Now, I personally, I like to let people discover storyline and on their own, because it's kind of like spoiling a movie. I'm going to talk more about my feelings about this. I also want to give some little technical information. Steve, he sings track 1 and track 5 and parts of 12. John sings track 3, 7, and 10. And Reese sings 2 and half of 11 and most of 12. Now, there's one song on there called October Ballad, and that's sung by Susie. I thought it was just perfect. I mean, just the male voices, obviously they depict the character in the story and things that are happening to him, and she, I guess she's like she just kind of grounds it, with some. And another tidbit that I was told, some trivia. Track 12, about the 3.5 minute mark, Steve sings his lyrics there as he wrote them, and he didn't re-record it. I just just sat there right at the console and just sang them away. And I kind of think those are really nice moments when you can capture things like that that normally it takes you a couple times to re-record, and I'm sure he probably could have re-recorded it, trying to get it, ultra perfection, but it captures perfectly. Now each song is a chapter in the journey. From beginning to end, Dreaming City is an amazing story that takes your imagination on a ride, and a good roller coaster ride. That's what, to me, a perfect concept album is, where it takes you on a journey. There's nothing topical. This is a personal journey. It's not. I guess you would say it's an everyman's journey. He's going on this journey that really is, when I read the lyrics and everything, it just seems like he's doomed from the start. He's fighting battles that he's not a superhero. He's just a regular man. And I really think that this is probably the best that the band has done, and I believe that all of their albums, styles, and concepts led the band to this crowning achievement called the Dreamin' City. This is one of their albums that I say requires you to listen from beginning to end. Do not interrupt. However way you listen to your music, if it's on headphones in your home, headphones in your office, headphones late at night in your home. I think that's the perfect thing. Put them late at night, turn off all your lights, and just sit back and just listen, and it's going to take you. There's very few albums that do that to me, and Glass Hammer's The Dreamin' City is one of those few albums. Now, style-wise, like I said, they combine all their different styles, yet while being modern. I mean, you hear different nods to different to their different albums. Stylistically, you hear nods to their influences, but at the same time, they are moving forward with the style of sound, and I'll get to that. Now, from the first track, the title track, "The Dreamin' City," it is like a tank. It just rolls right in, and with the bass line going. Steve, I think this is his loudest, most powerful bass sound on their album. And I was talking with him a few days ago, and basically he was telling me he was in a Rush kind of a mood, and you can hear it, but without them actually, cloning or mimicking them. It's almost like they brought out the spirit right there. But there's so much more in this album. I mean, you really, really gotta listen to it. Again, this is their defining moment. They only can get better, and I know they will. They always do. So, in closing, I would have to say this is the most important album. Recommended to the highest degree. Again, I'm not stopped listening to this album. It's just I have it on my computer. I have it on my tablet. I have it in my car and with a USB drive. I have been listening to this as loud as possible, because that's where you get everything, all the information musically. You get into the mood. So I hope that this review helps you with your deciding. I am 100% sure that any respectable Glass Hammer fan will be buying this. Okay, well, thank you very much for your time, and the links are going to be down there to where you can buy the album. Hopefully they still have all the pre-order specials. If not, still buy them. It's a great band. They put out great music. Thank you again. And thank you very much, Steve. I really appreciate the opportunity. I feel very honored.